Cragged Mountain Farm's Allagash program is that trip that every student, every camper is looking forward to since their first day at camp. Classically, this program has taken the first week of camp and gone on a backpacking trip, done some whitewater paddling and also some rock climbing, and then they leave for their 19-day canoe trip. This year we decided to change things up a little bit, and we spent the first 8 days building an 18.5-foot canoe. Not only that, each student built their own paddle that they got to use along the trip and then take home with them once the trip was over. This allowed for students to have even more ownership over this program. It just made them really proud. Every paddle stroke that they took was done with a paddle that they built with their own hands. And it was really amazing to watch how proud the campers became while showing off their boat to people we met along the way, and to be able to use, this boat on a really rugged 19-day canoe trip was really empowering for them. I truly believe that it's programs like this that allow our youth to grow into amazing, confident young adults. Had you done any woodworking or anything like that before this trip?
I made a pen stand in 6th grade shop class that could only contain 1 pen. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. This way.
So much better than a plastic paddle. It's like the first time we took it out, I was actually super nervous the first day before we went down to Loon Lake. I was like, oh, what if I don't like the feel of the handle? Like, this is it. This is the paddle I'm going to be using for the next month. But getting in the wooden boat and giving it a little spin around, just the pull it has is incredible. It's so much, you get so much further with it than you can with a plastic paddle. And then today, seeing those women portaging over Allagash Falls with their little blue and yellow plastic paddles, it feels super cool to actually be using one that feels sturdy and one that you made.
Happy birthday, dear Charlie. Happy birthday to you. What's your favorite campsite that we've stayed at?
Schofield Point.
Can you describe it and why it was cool?
Like huge. It had like a huge peninsula beach thing. And then it had like a forest going throughout the entire thing, but it was like a thinned out forest, so you could still walk around. And there was this one spot in the back that had like this mossy area, and there were these like teeny tiny little frogs everywhere, and they were like smaller than your thumbnail. And you just sit down, and they're like kind of squirming around you, and you pick them all up, and it's great. The harder they fall, one and all. Harder they come, the harder.
I'm just gonna miss the simplicity. Like, it's such a wonderful thing to be able to step away from all the fakely complicated things in the real world, and just like kind of accept that the 13 people I'm out here with and the 7 canoes are kind of all I have to worry about, and just like be able to solely focus on that. Like, this little world that we create is an amazing thing, and it's so wonderfully easy overall. And I think I'm gonna miss that just ease.
Horse Race Rapids was pretty tough. Walking up rapids alone would be pretty tough, and those were some pretty serious rapids. And it was pretty fun though. Looking back on it, was the type 2 fun they were talking about, where it's like kind of like annoying in the time, but when you're looking back on it, it's pretty fun. I'm gonna get my share of what's mine, and the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. The harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all.
Everybody was talking about like the Chase Rapids, and like Sam was in my boat, and we discussed Lewis and Clark while going down the rapids, and we talked about Star Wars, and then we sang the rest of the way. We just chanted the Pirates of the Caribbean song, and it was very dramatic, but I think that was like my favorite day.
Cool.
Is there any moment that like sticks out to you that's like that fun?
When we were going down the 3 drops and Malia and I got stuck on the 3rd one. The middle of the canoe was stuck right in the middle, and half was hanging off the rock, and we got still in the water.
Decided to put our tent in the flat area, but we didn't know this flat area was a puddle, so it rained and we were on the water. Our tent was floating like a boat. You can make a teepee, or you can do the brine way, just birch bark and throw a stick on it.
Pretty much, I brought a sparker, and I mushed up all the birch bark, and you'd spark it, and then you transfer it to the fire.
I got super into the boat building process when we were back at the farm, and I thought that was really cool. So that sticks out with me. And then also just how I've just always liked how the scenery up here, essentially everything north of Millinocket, so it's just beautiful rivers with pine trees and Katahdin looming in the distance with moose. I don't know, it's just classic Maine, and it's cool. We're right in the middle of it.
The Maya Portage, with carrying the boat and all the stuff. Yeah.